Hello, listeners. Welcome to the episode 0 of the BelkIoT podcast. IoT Everything with me, Sai Prakash Belkeri. This is the podcast where we learn, explore, talk new trends, review the technological advancements, and talk just everything about IoT, Internet of Things. I am Sai Prakash Belkeri. I'll be your host for this podcast. IoT has been my field of interest ever since I started understanding technology and eventually became passionate about it. So I decided to turn my passion into my profession in very early days of my graduation and never looked back from since then. Currently, I am working as a IoT developer at a major MNC in Mumbai, India. Till now, I have implemented many various diversified projects ranging from smart manufacturing to home automation in the IoT ecosystem, both on a personal level and also in my profession. So, with these experiences and my interest and passion for IoT and the magic it can add to our human lives, I am bringing forth this podcast, the Belk IoT podcast. IoT Everything with me, Sai Prakash Belkeri. Hope you like the name. And the caption, IoT Everything, was in the back of my mind since a long time. Uh, so, this is from a futuristic thought of mine where I see each and everything around us is completely IoTified, enhancing our living standards and making our lives very much simpler. So, what can you expect from this podcast? Well, I am making this podcast for a broader audience group, right from people who are learning what IoT is to the experts who are currently working in this industry. So, initially, I'm planning to start with a couple of episodes where I'll explain what IoT is in very simplest ways and introduce you to the different terminologies of IoT. And I'm hoping this should set the stage for those who are just starting out on IoT. And then I'll welcome guests who are experts and currently disrupting heavily in this industry. We are already having interviews lined up with these experts where they will share their invaluable knowledge with us on the present and the future of IoT. Also, parallelly, we'll have discussions around the current trends, news, and we'll also review the new technological advancements in IoT. One thing I really want to assure is that I will make this podcast as simple and understandable to anyone who doesn't even know or has any background about IoT or is just starting out but is interested to know about it. IoT is an industry which is already growing at an exponential pace and will continue to grow so for a considerable amount of time here on. It is expected that this will grow anywhere from 4 to 11 trillion dollar industry by 2025. It is the next big thing that will become the part of our lives after computers and mobile phones, etc. Or I must say, it has already become so to an extent. All the new vehicles, air conditioners, and many other home appliances are today IoT enabled. The same is in with the enterprise IoT too. Actually, they are many steps ahead. But wait, you might be asking what IoT is in the first place if you already do not know much about it. And that is where our first episode will be. I'll explain you what IoT is in the simplest way possible with many examples that even I have worked on. So make sure you follow this podcast on whatever platform you're listening on. It is already available on 8 different platforms, which include Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Breaker, and Anchor FM. Also, to know more about us, you can log on to our website at belkiot.in, which is BELKIOT.in. Finally, I would like to leave you with a thought. Today, we are in an age where technology has become an integral part of our lives. So, it is very much important that each and every human should have some knowledge about it so that we maintain the balance and not let the technology take over us, but use these powerful tools to enhance our lives. Thanks for listening and stay awesome as always.